Hello, welcome to the next edition of the Wednesday special. This week we got 4 videos dropping with brand new content featuring new cards. Today we're going to be trying out a brand new uncommon with Intrepid Stable Master and Boats. So, what's the key advantage of this card, it does get 2 green mana added to your mana pool. So hopefully we can get a turn 3 Sky Sovereign and Pioneer and see if we can compete with that. We will take a little bit of a hit considering the fact that we are playing a lot more mana dorks than normal boats. So at the end, we might actually just want to go ahead and cut back on some of the 1-drop elves to make it a little bit more, mid-rangey, have a better mid-range plan. But we're going to try it out, see how an Intrepid Stable Master works out in boats. If you like this kind of content, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification so you're alert for future videos. We're on our way to 1,000 subs. Let's get there together and let's get into the deck list and see the deck in action. All right, so let's get into the deck list. So we have a little bit more of the older version of the deck with Inti as a newer addition to the deck. Of course, Smuggler's Copter, which was not back in the older versions, but it has a little bit more of the older version style of gameplay. We have our brand new Stable Master, which I think is going to be really important to get to a Chariot or a Sky Sovereign the following turn, depending on where we're at on our curve. Most likely our 1-drop elves are going to get removed, so maybe it could be worth our efforts to maybe go down to 3 and 3 on those, or maybe 3, 3 and 3, and then have 3 extra, more mid-range pieces. But we're going to be trying this out as is. Sideboard, we have 3 Pick Your Poisons for Atroxa and Vein Ripper. We have 2 Center Vines for Artifact and Enchantment removal. 2 Damping Spheres for Lotus Field combo. 2 Fries, because one of our worst matchups is Control. So having the ability to get rid of a Teferi is quite important. We have 2 Unlicensed Hearse for the Graveyard interaction, along with the Clothis, which is also pretty good against Control. 2 Rampaging Ferocidons so we can fight through Amalia. And of course, Fry still does get Amalia, so it's still as useful in that matchup, like traditionally how Running Bali is. So Fry could definitely suit that as well. So that is our Gruul Boats for Pioneer. Let's see if it has what it takes to compete in the current meta. Let's get into it. We're going to play the Gorge and an Elf. Say go. Mana Confluence. Passes. We'll play a Gorge, Elf, Stable Master. Say go. Thicket. This looks like it would be Bogles. Scrying. So, Thespian Stage. Visaiju. And passes. Another Elf. I don't think we need to play it this turn. We'll pick up Jegs. And we'll drop it down. That's fine. Go to combat. And shove for 3, say go. There's the Lotus Field. Stacks his 2 lands. And cycles a Vizier. Passes. Another Volt. That's reasonable. So we want to tap like this. Play Jegs. And turn on a Volt. Go to combat. Shove for 4. It's like he's cycling the Mutavault. No, playing a Charm. To get a stage. And we attack for 4. Bring it to 11. Next turn we could double Volt and attack fully out. So you can't just tap out for a stage in Lotus Field here. Sanctum. So basically he needs to copy and then he needs to untap these 2 and go off. Impulse. And passes. So we Volt. Stomping Grounds untapped. Go to combat. So this matchup is quite easy. We take out the Bolt. We go up Damping Spheres, potentially Cinder Vines, and maybe Clothis. Bone Crusher seems not as great. Probably go up the Hearse over Bone Crusher, just to make sure if he has Chandra Loop, we shut it off. Actually, I like Bone Crusher over Copter, Inti. So something like that makes more sense. That's a Confluence, and a Grazer plays a Visaiju. Okay, Mystic was like a really good top deck. I was afraid we weren't going to do anything turn 1, but we'll just go ahead and Mystic. Say go. Scrying for a Lotus Field. Plays the Lotus Field. Sacks. And passes. So our best turn is Forest. And I think just casting a Bone Crusher. Say go. Because next turn we're going to be charioting it anyways. We can't do a chariot this turn. So Stage. Vizier. Copies. Hidden Strings. He has 2 cards left in hand. Looks like a pour over pages, yeah. Is this a Supreme Verdict? Nope, cycles the heck orders. Has a Vizier and a Portable Hole. So that means we can't Chariot this turn. Play a tap land, Stable Master, and attack. Say you. Chomps with a Grazer. Okay, 6 mana. Looks like a pour over pages? Or a dark petition, I meant. Yeah. I guess you get untap, and then he can't get to Soul's Ultimatum, but he could pour. White mana. Passes. Play a Stomping Grounds untapped. Double green. Play Chariot. Play another Stable Master. Go to combat. Shove with a Bone Crusher. Okay, so now he's going to merge an Ultimatum. So put pour back. He has 2 mana. I guess he can get Hidden Strings with his Leer. And he has a pour in the graveyard. So I guess I make him put back Leer. And just pray he doesn't have it within the 6 or 5 cards he looks at. Archdruid's Charm. To get the Leer. I'm off. Run it back. Forest, Elf. They go. He skips his turn. That's not good. Yeah, I don't know if he can come back from that. And he doesn't think so either. 1-0. Let's get to the next. Stomping Grounds. Passes. Play a Lair, say go. Forest. And passes. We play our own Carplusion Forest. Inti, say go. Mortar's my Inti. Plays a Cataracts. Passes. I do think I take 1 point of damage here and get this the Volt down, so that way it can start attacking. Play a Stormseeker. Shove, say go. Pathway on green. Passes. Play another Volt. Play Chariot. Tap down. So just exiles my Chariot. Shove at you for 5. Say go. Got game 1. It's like a Gruul ramp deck. So maybe down the bolts. I guess up these because they're actual threats. I don't like that. Forest. Grazer. Hallelujah. Gorge. Mystic, say go. Up the Beanstalk. They're facing Gruul ramp at its purest. That's not what I'm looking for. Can I guys play a tap land? Stable Master, say go. So if you somehow draw our boats, you could play it next turn. Another Up the Beanstalk. And a Stomping Grounds tapped. Chariot. Play an Inti. Play a Clothis, say go. No land. Passes. Play a Beseju. Play a Chariot. Go to combat. Shove and shove. Get rid of the Bone Crusher. Pump the Inti. Just takes it. Okay, stomp the face, they go. Digs for a land. I would assume it's going to be Sunken Citadel or Castle. Cataracts. Pass the turn. Draws the force and plays it. Nissa. Draws a couple cards. Untaps the Cataracts. Passes. Eat the Charm. Play a Bone Crusher. And a Rampaging Ferocity. Tap it down. Go to combat. Attack Nissa. Copy a cat. So blocks and blocks. Pass the turn. Goes to combat and attacks. Take it. Mortars. Blows up my board. And then ramps himself. Another Cataracts. Turns on that Cataracts. I guess eat up a Wildfire. Play Rampaging Ferocity. Say go. Another Wildfire. Untaps the grounds. A second Nissa. And a Citadel. Untaps a forest. Escape to the wilds. Plays a Grazer. And passes. Eat up a Nissa. Play a Mystic to, I guess, chomp. Say go. I think there's no way I can win from here, honestly. He's going to have another 3-3, so Running back, I got nothing for this matchup. For Gorge, Elf, they go. Forest, Grazer. And that's a Hallelujah. So I think I go ahead and just drop down Stormseeker. Give Stormseeker haste, shove, say go. Grazer plays another Citadel and passes. Boat. So I think this is going to be an okay turn, right? So we get to Copter. Next turn, the Stable Master should get us to the boat. Go crewing. Give it haste. Shove. We'll say yes. Pitch a Ferocity. Say go. Wood color automaton. A 3/3. So this taps out for the boat. Finally, the synergy's there. Play the boat. Snipe there. Crew. Give the boat haste. Shove. Snipe a Grazer, I guess. Got it. 2-0. Let's get to the next. Leyline of the Guild Pack. We play Lair. Elf, say go. Forest. Plays their own elf. Passes. That makes things a little bit more tricky. I think I still go with Stormseeker here. Haste it. Shove. They go. Palooker Nose. Passes. Play the Volt. Chariot. Crew. Give it a bonus. And offer a trade. Make another cat. Takes it. Pass the turn. Shrine. They get tapped for 8. Okay. Elf is a great thing to see. Cavalier. Another Nykthos. Takes it. Question is, what is your last few cards? 14 mana in his mana pool. Flips to Palooker Nose. And shoves in there. No blocks. Take it. So you go 16, we go to 14. Ouch. By the Copter. Play a Stormseeker. I think I tap both Stormseekers. And we'll boost this to a 6/4 and attack. Because if I have to chump with a cat, I'll do it in a heartbeat. So, chumps with an elf. So it's not an artifact. That kind of blows. Charm. Another Cav. Plays the Cav. Gets a Castle Garenbrig. Honestly, I probably would have gone for a Lair. I guess you already have a Lair. No attacks. Pick up Jegs. I can't really do anything, so we play a Lair tap, say go. And there's no world where I could even attack here, so now that both storm charged and they're both flipped, this Jeg should be able to come down and be at 9/5 with trample and haste. So that should be able to get through. Plays an elf and passes. Play Jegs. This is an 8/4. I think it's fine here. So that makes it a 6/4, 8/4, and shove. Copy a cat. Trades with a Cav. I don't see anything in his graveyard that's worth him getting back Palooker Nose, but he already has a Palooker Nose. He's going to get back an Archdruid's Charm. But what, he's going to tutor for a Leveler? Ulamog. So him eating both, I guess it doesn't matter what he eats, right? It's just over. Okay. How good is this Bolt? To be honest, like, it's not doing a lot. Maybe up a close this, down a Bolt. I don't like that. So we Lair, Elf, they go. You might be getting a 1/2/1 here. Plays a tap Citadel and passes. Gorge, play a Copter, attack, say go. Lair, pick your poison. I think I'd Chariot, say go. Forest, Kiora, passes. Perfect, we drew land. So that means we get to go ahead and drop down Stormseeker, Copter, Crew, give Copter haste, shove it face for 9 or 4 or 8. I'm gonna say no. I'm not gonna loot and pass the turn. Citadel. So no Nykthos. That's a good start for my turn, or good for me. Untap Citadel. So we know he has a Lair up. Got it. On the play, we'll probably bring in Ferocity over Clothis and Intrepid over a Copter. I don't like that. Another Leyline and a Lair. Gorge, Elf, say go. Finally drew our Sky Sovereign. Nick those. Stormseeker. Play a Stormseeker. Stormseeker haste and shove, say go. That's not a very good play pattern for our opponent. So I guess he gets to add 4 mana. What do you got to do with that 4 mana? 1 short for Sky Sovereign. Archdruid's Charm. For a Sunken Citadel? So that way you could easily pay and nick those. Seems pretty decent, actually. Now it gets an Elvish Mystic and passes. So we play Mutavault. Copter. Crew. Go to combat. Give it haste. Shove. We will say yes. Pitch. Forest. Say go. Cavalier. Forest. And passes. Mutavault. Sky Sovereign. Hit the Cav. I can't really crew. That was a punt. Should have just killed the elf. Shove. Discard the forest. Say go. Alright, so he plays Emrakul. Takes my turn. Yeah, that punt is backfiring. I should have killed the elf. That was 2 less mana. Now he's just going to turn on my Sky Sovereign. Attack into the Emrakul. Presuming shocks myself. Sure. Turns on a Mutavault. And a Mutavault. Cruise. Okay. Attacks with those 2. Get rid of my Bone Crusher. Okay. I mean, that's not really that big of a decision there. Blocks and blocks. Okay. And then bolts a Mutavault. Frostodon. Say go. Or wait. Pick up Jag. Say go. And you can't really attack, right, with Emrakul. Unless he can kill my Frostodon. And then he wins? Is this a leveler? That would be so bad right here. Turns on a Lair for 7. And that's Xaxes. Okay. Yeah. That's rough. Alright, 2 and 1. Let's get into the wrap up. So what do we learn this week about this deck overall? Like, we struggle to execute the actual thing we're testing, which is a turn 3 Sky Sovereign. Did not get it once. So, my takeaway is we just barely ever found the boat in general. Like, so I guess 3 copies is not enough, which you think with 3 copies, you should be expected to see 1 per game on average. And we did not see a lot of them. Didn't see it at all. So I went ahead and cut a Stable Master for another Sky Sovereign. So maybe we can get that execution of the plan, which is early boat. So now I'm not sure if I want to cut Stable Master or an elf. Just because multiple elves is kind of medium and best. 7 would be probably enough to make sure we always have 1 in our opening hand. To execute and go off with the curve. But besides that, like, we just did not see the boat to be able to get the turn 3 boat, right? Because we can get turn 2 Stable Master, turn 3 boat. That's what we were wanting to do, but we just never found it. So if you have any considerations at all for this deck, let me know down in the comment section. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification before you head out that door. And until next time, hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day. Talk to you soon.